Meta is hitting back at the Canadian government. Within hours of the passage of Bill C-18, the Facebook and Instagram parent company announced it is ending all news availability for users in Canada. The ban is expected to take effect in the coming weeks or months, and it means Canadians will see no news on Facebook or Instagram. The bill they're angry about would force tech giants to pay Canadian news outlets for news content that appears on their platforms, and both Facebook and Google voiced fierce opposition to the bill. In a statement this afternoon, Google says Bill C-18 remains unworkable. Pablo Rodriguez is the minister behind that bill. He's the Minister of Canadian Heritage, and he joins me now. So, Minister, Meta has been warning for months they were going to do this. It appears it's not a bluff. What are you going to do about it?
Well, it depends if they do it or not. I don't know. They know. I mean, my team spoke with them yesterday. They know they can reach me. I just had a 45-minute conversation with senior people at Google on the same subject. So we'll see what happens.
Meta warned they would do this, though, if Bill C-18 wasn't meaningfully changed. You say that they can reach out and speak to you. They say they've made proposals and nothing has been changed. So how flexible are you on this if we've gotten to this point?
Well, the regulations are coming. The regulations are extremely important. But on the other hand, you'll understand that we cannot live under threat. We're a sovereign government. We're elected by people. We can't have a foreign company, even if they're big, even if they're powerful, even if they have a lot of money. We can't have that company coming here and say, oh, okay, government of Canada, we don't like what you're doing. And because we don't like what you're doing, this is how we're going to react and impact Canadians. I think that's unacceptable.
Okay, it's unacceptable, but it may very well be the reality, right? You say you won't be bullied. They say they won't pay. And here you have a lot of media companies that depend on this for profile and for revenue that are going to be blocked. I mean, aren't you leaving Canadian publishers and media in a worse situation by continuing on this path?
No, the bill is there for them. And what our discussion here clearly demonstrates the power that they have and the imbalance that exists here. Without a bill like this one, then there would be no compensation, no discussions. They started to have bills between platforms and media the second we said that we're going to start having this bill. So we based ourselves on a bill that exists in Australia. Facebook made the same threat. They left Australia for a week, then they came back. We'll see what they do. I cannot base my decisions as a minister. We cannot base our decisions as a government on threats from a company. We can't do that.
But, Minister, it feels like we've had a version of this conversation multiple times, right? That you say you won't back down to a threat and you won't be intimidated. But Facebook and Google are saying they're not going to pay for something that they have been doing for free at this point. So, like, has there been any movement, any progress whatsoever? Because it seems as though we're in a situation where Google says this is still unworkable and publishers are caught in a very difficult situation.
We're having very productive conversations with Google. Again, I just spent 45 minutes with senior people from Google. We went into a lot of details. Very blunt, very open. And I think that was very constructive for both sides. We'll see how it goes. Again, the bill is being adopted, was adopted today. So now we're going to start the process of preparing the regulations. And during that process, we'll be talking to Google and Meta also if they want to talk.
Just as a final point, a lot of media organizations depend on Google, depend on Facebook for their business plans. Right now, they say their very business models, especially smaller publishers and community-based publishers, say their business models are at risk because of your government's decision to do this. I mean, what do you have to say to media organizations who could be staring at a very difficult path because of this standoff?
Well, these same organizations are supporting us, and they've been supporting from day one because the status quo is not possible. They're closing the doors. You may remember, and I'm sure you remember, that around 500 newsrooms or news companies closed their doors in the last 15 years in big cities and in region, English, French, everywhere. And that's not acceptable. So the status quo is killing those companies, is making them disappear, which is a huge problem for our democracy. We need strong, independent, free, nonpartisan press. So this bill is there exactly for that, and we'll continue conversations with the tech giants.
Do you still think they're bluffing, though? Do you still think this is just a leverage play? Or do you think they're going to go ahead with it?
I never said they were bluffing. I never said that they were not bluffing. And I take what they say and I tell them, listen, you guys make a lot of money in our country, and that's fine. If you can make money, I'm happy for you. But at the same time, the content you're using, that putting on your platform, has a value. The work you're doing now, asking those questions, and the people around you in that room, what you guys do has value. So it has to be taken into account by the tech giants that don't pay anything.
Okay, so Minister, this is the last question. What's next? What do you do next to try to reach a compromise, if you can, with Meta and with Google?
Well, we're pursuing our discussions with Google. Again, it was very productive for 45 minutes, an hour, and I think we're talking again tomorrow or next week. And my staff and my officials met with Meta yesterday. And if they want to meet with me, they have my cell phone. They can call me anytime.
Okay. Heritage Minister Pablo Rodriguez, thank you for your time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.